Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM20 Career Episode 150. More importantly, though, we're at the Giro d'Italia. It's stage 17. We're approaching the end. We had the lead. We lost the lead in that last stage, so we'll see what we can do to get it back by the last stage at the very least. We have a bonus on this stage. Didn't play out terribly well. Gazzoli's got a +2, Johnson's got a +3, Jorgensen's got a +2, so our two domestiques together have a +4. Millar's a -1, so at least we're not, on the negative side. Odd stage, just the way this is set up. Two big climbs early on, but there was no real push, no chase. Those guys are going for KOM. Matter of maybe bringing them back might be important. No, they're right back. And the gap has gone out. It's out to 5 minutes, so we've got 80 kilometers to go. It's not up to us to do the chasing. And now the gap's coming back down, so pace has lifted, and you can now see the field is really starting to feel the effects of that chase. So who then needs to go get water? It's got to be Millar. Last time that we need to get water, it's long distance still to cover. Can't go that long without it. So 156 left in the peloton. There are some riders that have been dropped. A lot of the climbing we have the rest of the way to do is done, at least for a little while. It's going to level off. It's even going to go down slightly, and then we have, I think, the only uphill section that we have that's actually at a higher gradient is in this next little bit. So let's prepare for that. Go 86. I don't expect much action, and actually it looks like it's going to be kind of a cruise stage. Had we quick simmed, there would have been time gaps, because that's how this game works. Takes the profile, not the actual stage, not the actual profile, but what type of stage is it classified as, and then it determines based on that. We're through that, by the way. Still 153 riders and still 35 kilometers to go. Let's speed it up. It's down to a minute and a half, so it looks like it is going to be down to a sprint. And of course, Gazzoli is the only thing we have in terms of a sprinter. But there is some fatigue, and it is slightly uphill, so we may yet have some sort of move on here as we go to bring in the final rider of the break. I believe that is Ciccone again. And now with 14k to go, and still a slight uphill, and there's definitely some fatigue. Let's see what we can do with 13k to punish the group. Gazzoli's going to get a free ride because he can actually sprint. And then we've got Rodriguez, who's got Johnson to lead him out. And then we've got Moreau. And then we've got Jorgensen and Millar. And let's go at a 90. It's still 12.5k out. Millar is done. Jorgensen, a little late on the gel, but it's a quiet stage. I'm speeding things along a little bit. Let's go ahead and get Moreau ready, though. Under 10k.
Just past the 10 kilometers road sign.
And Jorgensen is done. Set Millar to auto and Jorgensen to auto, and now on to Moreau. 8k, so he only got us 2 kilometers along the way, but that's kind of the scenario we're facing because it is slightly uphill. It's 2%, and I certainly now know from Swift anyway that even 2% can hurt after a while. 5k to go. Okay, Moreau's out of red bar, but he still has a little bit of yellow.
There's a growing number of riders left behind.
All right, on to Johnson. 2.5k to go. Gazzoli does not have much left for the sprint, and we have split the field, 68. No telling how much of that is going to be
There we go. The
of
sprint is
use
on.
to
The
us, but
riders are
Johnson
setting themselves up.
attacking, Rodriguez attacking, Gazzoli's got nothing left. Rodriguez, can he maybe squeeze a top 3 here? It's possible. It is possible. Chamias takes the win. Hagita, Yermakov, Rodriguez. Yermakov, I don't see how Yermakov's the one on the right-hand edge. Yermakov is clearly
We're waiting for the
the
tail
bike,
lifters who continue
the
to
head,
arrive.
all of it looks like it's behind. All of it. No part of his body looks anywhere near to be ahead of Rodriguez. It's half a wheel. I mean, seems like a significant margin. He gains 4 seconds. Hagita gains 6 seconds. Rodriguez should have gained 4 seconds. And at this point, I take 4 seconds. Replay. Yermakov behind. Rain Snow Mixer on stage 18. And this is the difficult bit. We have 5 climbs today, and 4 of them are pretty significant climbs, but not major. It's a day that it's going to be down to a small group, just down to the length of the stage and the intensity of the stage, which is now picking up. It was easy on the last climb, but we're going to have to definitely... Whoa, why? What? Rodriguez too? You're picking up that bad? Stop following that rider. Boy, he went back fast. Behind one slow rider. Number 174 there.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The Peloton has significantly increased its speed.
Johnson, come on. Climb faster, buddy. Climb faster. Before you get split off. And there's about to be a split. There most certainly is. But that's sprinters. That was sprinters out in front of you. That's not us. That's in the break. It's a solid breakaway group. Very solid breakaway group. Jorgensen on a -5 today. He's out, and he is done. He will not be seen again.
Aha! He's trying to give his pals the slip.
Still quite a bit of climbing to do here, but Johnson's going to have to cover this off. And then here at the front, Moreau is going to need to work a little harder. And so is Millar. Killen hanging in there. Gazzoli's on a +5 today, and he's doing brilliantly to hang on this long, helping Rodriguez.
Seems to have woken up, and now
And
they're gaining
Ineos is
ground.
pushing.
There's a sustained rhythm at the moment. Some riders definitely won't be able to keep up. The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace. This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
There's Johnson. Johnson nearly back on, and technically back into the group. There's Killen going backwards. Johnson's made it. And Killen might survive this thing. That's definitely one of the harder climbs that we're going to see.
We're halfway to the
He gets a
finish line.
little
The team
recovery
leaders should be coming
and
more and more
can
to the fore.
support, which this is the time I want to get water. This is not a good time to get water because we're all over the place. Johnson, just do it. Take care of it. Okay, Killen's out the back. We're down to 35. This is a much better scenario than what we had. And actually, Johnson is still not... Why don't we put it on Millar? Don't know why it's lagging a little bit right now. There's no reason for it to. It's got to be the snow rain, maybe.
In the pack. A rider is flat on the road.
So just 34 left in the Peloton. Let's see if anybody's been caught out in the group behind. Andrade, Pogacar, Lopez, Martinez, Champerson. Oh yeah, plenty. Rubio, Bookman, Roglic, all out the back already. Ooh. And we have still got some good numbers. Johnson. They lifted the pace. He's gone forward. And Killen's back in. It's back up to 69 riders. Killen, go ahead and protect. We want Moreau or Millar? Oh, definitely Millar. Don't know if I want to protect Johnson anymore. He burnt a lot of energy to get back up there. So we'll just ride for Rodriguez and Millar at this point. Let's also up your effort slightly and your effort slightly more. And I don't know why you're so far back. Your maintained position was always set to the front. Oh yeah, 8.5 minute gap to the break. We're catching some of those riders. Gazzoli is done. So now Johnson can take over. And we can let go of Gazzoli. Killen did finish the water task. He's about to get dropped. Alright, we're down to 53. Rodriguez holding near the front comfortably.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Moreau still trying to ease his way into position. There you go. Johnson's been dropped. Dang. Rough day, buddy. Rough day. Alright, Moreau. Your turn. And Millar, I want you to stay on his wheel. And now it's a 3-man group. And it's also 43, now 40, now 38. Bit by bit, we drop 1s and 2s. Moreau got dropped. Dang, he didn't make it through that. Sepulveda, Mastrosselli, Andrade, who made it back on, gets dropped again. He's 39th place. He's a great climber, but not putting any effort into this. Millar, relax, and we're okay without water here. Most of the way to the finish is downhill. I want you to recover, and then you're going to protect him. 28 riders, and we are chasing 7 at the front, 2 in between, and it's an 8-minute gap. I don't think they're going to be cut. Breakaway is going to win the stage today, but that doesn't matter unless you get a significant time gain by Sivikov, who sits 14th overall, about 14 minutes down. So we've got a 13-minute edge on him, and it's McNulty's team. It's their job to pull that back. It's Ineos who's pushing, but they don't want to push too hard to pull him back, but they're thinking about the overall, even though they're only in 7th or 8th.
The front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack.
Okay, Millar into protect mode. Alright, one final climb to go. Pushed pretty hard on that one. Fast descent. 16K.
Another attack in the leading group.
Sivikov already attacking. This climb's not as bad, but it's definitely still a climb. It evens off after the Cat 1. 133 of 137, so there's 4K to go, a little bit flat. Okay, now we gotta watch out for attacks. Lopez pushing. Yermakov. Okay, Millar is gonna be gel time quite soon. This is the easy part of the climb. It's gonna get harder. Okay, Millar gel. Pogacar back. Bernal doing the work now. He's not the leader anymore. It's Bernal that's working. Rodriguez is just holding the pace fairly easily. Okay, Millar's gel kicks in. He's starting to fade. Okay, we're going to gel up for Rodriguez.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Her rate's
Only
awfully
5
high.
kilometers left.
Alright, Millar is dropped. Zeta is dropped. Bardet, Hickey, Fuka are all dropped. We're down to 23 now.
Things are
And the
hotting
front
up at
group
the
is
front.
splitting up. Okay, we are in the hardest part of the climb right now. If we get through this section, we are definitely okay. We do not have a lot of energy. Rodriguez is not doing terribly well. Down to 18.
There's reports of a group of riders taking
Here
a
goes
tumble,
Yermakov
but
and
apparently
Carapaz.
They all managed to set off again. None of the favorites is
I don't have a
engaged.
response for that. I don't have a response for any of this.
You see that? You can read the pain on the faces at the back of the
McNulty,
peloton.
Paulus,
Disappointing number of
Carapaz,
riders
Yermakov,
left
all
behind.
going. 4K to go, and now we're just pulling along the others. Okay, there's the hard bit done. 34 seconds behind. We're going to need some help here. 10-7 chasing. 2K to go.
And there goes the mad burst for the final sprint.
There wasn't even an attack
A
until the very
victory
end,
that
and we
went
had nothing
right
left by
down
that
to the
point, and we
wire.
were very
Wow,
much on
he
the
handled
conserve
his race
energy
well.
side, and we had a teammate supporting us most of the way up the climb, and yet we still had nothing in the tank. That's pretty sad. These guys are superhuman. We are on the 0 race day condition, and we're going to
We're
lose
waiting for
time
the
right
back
now.
markers who appear to
Really?
be fairly numerous in this difficult
Where they
race.
had nothing left, they still are able to attack the finish line and not us. McNulty was only 11th. That's important. Yermakov, 8th. That's right. The breakaway was ahead of us. Kevin Rivera took the stage. Cal Landa, 2nd. Ciccone got 3rd. That could have gone better. That could have gone better. We wasted not an ounce of energy and still had guys riding away from us. 84 mountain today, 79 resistance, and he still can't keep up at the end.
Now for the race highlights.
In safe mode, all stage, and they still had that much left. I don't know what else to do. The time gaps are bigger than I was thinking. 240 to Yermakov. 240. We were 356. We lost a minute. More than a minute. Then just 313 to McNulty. But that's time we cannot afford to be giving away. We are now in 3rd place. 3rd place. At a minute and a half, so we're getting awfully close to the danger zone of not being able to cover off McNulty, anyway, in the time trial. Yermakov, right now, 18 seconds, no problem. No problem. And still a minute ahead of anybody behind us, so no problem. A little worrying on the McNulty range. Now, this was the final stage in which we had a scenario that involved... Sorry, let me get my thoughts here. A scenario that involved us not having any sort of bonus. Stages 19 and 20, we have reconned those stages. We should have a +1. Stage 21, with or without a bonus, we have the bonus that's having a good time trial rating where others do not. So at least we're done with those stages. As for what 19 involves, let's see, is 19... it's down to just the big climb. All right, we have enough time to do that. One more stage. We'll go right into that climb. Stage 19, 30 kilometers to go. Huge breakaway. It was even bigger than that. They lost a few riders who couldn't handle the climbs and ended up back in the peloton or even further behind that. At 7 minutes, they're definitely going to be winning the stage. So with 23K to go, this is it. We're coming up on one big final climb. Biancavallo, 15K, 10.5% max, 7.2% average gradient on this climb. The good news is that Recon has done the trick, and we are looking quite good as we go to head into the climb. So Rodriguez has a +3 today. That's giving him 85 mountain and an 83 resistance, 80 stamina. So he's in fantastic shape right now. We are seeing already an attack, aren't we? Bernal, is that a response? Trentadue, 12th place. I'm not worried about that one. But that's Yermakov, so he is attacking right now. So we're going to respond, not with a Gazzoli or anybody else like that. We need to respond from the front. Moreau can respond. So we are right there. We want a couple riders in between, like David Killen. And then Rodriguez is right there. Gazzoli, if you can, you're just going to follow. And then Millar is going to follow. And then, where the heck is Johnson? Oh, there's Johnson. Johnson, try to get in between here. And then Jorgensen is going to have to also just drop to the back. And actually, Gazzoli, drop to the back. Okay, Moreau. To the outside.
Counterattack by Uman.
Okay, ease off.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has
And now that we're
significantly
sprint
increased its
train
speed.
mode, I guess we're sprint train mode. With 13K to go at a 90 and not even hitting the front. Yikes. Try to sit on a little.
There's now just 10 kilometers left.
Okay, Rodriguez is actually recovering some red bar at the moment. And we're seeing a little fade away with Higuita doing the hard work. And we're just holding his wheel. He's in 9th at 8.5 minutes. And we're down to 49 riders. Johnson, what's going on here?
Wow, that's one
I
attack.
don't know why
that's going to
Johnson
leave a
has been
good feel in
struggling
its wake.
so badly. It's still Higuita doing all the work. We're back up to 48 riders, so somebody is able to latch on. I need somebody else in between. Johnson. Get up in there. Moreau is done, so we're on to Killen now. I want Killen. Alright, goodbye Moreau. By Gazzoli and Jorgensen. Jorgensen was hanging on. Millar. Gel. Johnson. Oy, Johnson. Why are you already dropping?
Five kilometers to the finish line.
Okay, Killen's gonna fade Rodriguez
And he
as
moves
soon as
on
we
to
make
the
it onto
attack.
his
It
wheel.
could be decisive.
I want you
Counterattack by
to
Simon Yates.
follow somebody. Palace. There's Yermakov. Follow Yermakov.
Things are hotting up at the front.
Hey, it actually worked. And it also hurt. A lot. Goodbye, Paulus and Yermakov. Why am I getting so much lag? There's no reason for this. Game is just being pesky today. Blinking red at a 97. At a 94. Jeez. Okay, we're in the group of 7, including McNulty. That's probably the important one, but Yermakov is going to be important too if he picks up a lot of time. Oh, come on, we're out of energy.
Simon Yates goes into the attack.
Does he have a heart condition that makes his heart rate higher than everybody else? I mean, we're with Stefan Kuhn.
Victory for
Simon Yates wins the stage. $1K to go. And 0 energy and no chance of recovering. So just do what you can. Sprint it out.
We're waiting for the
Yermakov took
backmarkers who appear to be
15th
fairly numerous
behind
in this
14
difficult
breakaway
race.
riders. He was the first one to cross the line, I believe. 29th on the stage. We were that far back. Of course, that was breakaway riders all mixed in there, so we weren't 15 places behind Yermakov, but Yermakov's the one picking up time. He's the only one in the top 20. The only contender in the top 20. Other than those breakaway riders who obviously picked up some time. But Yermakov is the massive winner today. That was with a +3 race day condition. We did follow his attack, and that did hurt us. But the guy is insane. Absolutely insane. 85 mountain, and I can't keep pace with him at all. And he rode and rode and rode away from us. I mean, dang. 235 was his gap. 322 to Palace, and McNulty ended up at 322. We're at 414, so we lose almost another minute. Okay. 4 seconds ahead of Paulus. Down to a half minute on Carapaz. Massive gap behind that, so it's down to 5 contenders. But Yermakov is now 2 minutes ahead of us. And then, of course, 220 to McNulty. Both of those are going to be very difficult to cover on that final stage, but still can be done. The one good thing is that there's only 5 riders left in contention, and we have a massive advantage on all 4 of the others in the time trial. But relying on that is getting more and more difficult. It's easy with Palace and Carapaz. It's now difficult on McNulty and Yermakov due to how big the gap is starting to get. I'm not sure we can cover that off on stage 21. And we still have to get through stage 20. How these guys are doing this. This stage was different, right? Last stage, there was no reason that they should be able to ride away like that. This stage, I tried to follow Yermakov. I didn't do an attack or anything at all. I never hit the attack button except for, that final 400 meters where we had nothing left anyway. But I followed. I did follow. So there is that. But Yermakov rode away and kept riding. Never slowed down. How does he do that? I've got 80-something resistance and 85 mountain. His base is an 84, so he might have had great race day condition. Even so, even so, how does he do that? His resistance is a 75 base. So even if he's got fantastic resistance today, how much better can it be, right? We've got better numbers, but he still somehow rides away from us. I don't know. Well, anyway, we still have a chance, but it's getting harder and harder every single stage. We've got one more climbing stage to do, and then the time trial. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.